Got her down.
Another faller. Village into the loop, the tight loop, the gravel dust blowing. Rider okay on his feet.
Who's that? 20.
That's young Tom Strudwick, number 25 out of it. Tom Strudwick out of it.
That's a fast corner there. Yeah, he just lost the rear.
Yeah, thankfully he's okay. He didn't bash that arm. It's still strapped up. I notice his right arm. He's carrying wrist supports.
He's got two. What does he have? 2 rods in his arm, doesn't he?
He did from. Yeah, and you know, 13 years of age and he's still at it like this. It's incredible. Shows strength of character.
It does that, you know.
You've got to have that, haven't you?
Yeah, sometimes at that young of age, a big injury can kind of knock you down, and for him to be back out here, that's awesome.
14 then. Pekka Polkinen from Finland. Nordic champion, 14 years of age, leading it here on lap 6. Now he's got a bit of a gap as well.
Yeah.
And if he can just maintain that momentum, look, Hayden Schultz being gobbled up in the middle there, now down to 4th place. Kevin Keys riding the splitting wheels off that thing, absolutely. But the Finn has got a gap.
And you know, Polkinen, let's remember he was our pole guy for the first race, correct?
Indeed, yes.
So he can do the laps on his own. He can do the lap times. We know that. If he can get a little bit of fresh air and just put his head down, he might eke away from these guys.
Braden Ort there, Hayden Schultz carrying the stars and stripes on the fairing. Now these two Americans chasing down the Finn, still looking for the white helmet of Kevin Keys, and I think he's tucked in behind these guys. Kevin Keys will pop up. There he is in the middle. White helmet, number 55. And now hitting the front, it's Braden Ort, number 51, the Canadian.
Whoa, Hayden around the outside there. Made it stick. Aggressive.
This is the penultimate lap. Here we go again, Colin. Here we go again.
My blood pressure's starting to rise.
Fantastic stuff.
Whoa. Stay with it, guys.
What do they learn from this sort of racing to take forward? I mean, track craft, certainly.
It's a lot of track. You know, this kind of racing, you have to be mentally attuned. You know, you got to be with it. All the bikes are about the same. There's not much you can do. You know, you can get out there and try as hard as you can, but you still can't get away, as we see. But you got to be mentally strong here and think it through. Where do you want to be on the last lap? Where do you want to be on the last straightaway? All these guys are thinking that right.
Down to Village, tight right-hander. Ahead of them is the second gear left-hander, the loop, and it is a very, very tight loop. Swinging round there, coming up then before they get onto the Wellington Straight. The second half of that loop, the other left-hander, now they're out of there, heads down on the Wellington Straight here, up towards Brooklands Corner. This one of the old airfield runways. Silverstone made up of 3 runways, basically, set in a triangle formation. And down they come towards the left-hander of Brooklands. Race leader, number 9, Robert Schottman. Again, down he goes! Oh, goodness me, they're falling thick and fast here. So Schottman, the Dutchman, you can't pick it up and go, son. No, you cannot pick it up and go.
Done. I think that was Braden Ort on the outside. Got lucky that he didn't get collected.
Oh, what disappointment for him. Wasn't he running well? Let's have a look. Talk us through it, Colin.
Well, that was Schultz on the outside. Oh. Just too much front brake. Got in there. I think Schultz kind of scared him, and he thought he was going to run into him and just tuck the front.
Simple as that. Yeah, no other contact. And he was lucky, let's face it, that he wasn't collected by one of the other riders. Kevin Keys in particular, who was on the inside. But once Schottman had slid away out of harm's way, Keys is at the front now on the final lap. Kevin Keys.
Last lap. If you got a coffee, maybe put it down. Don't spill it on yourself.
For Guardiofoli, here he goes. Kevin Keys then, 55. Is he going to make it a victory here? Because he now stands to go second in the British Championship. Kevin Keys, in the absence of Chris Taylor, doing everything he needed to do. But Braden Ort has hit the front. Yeah. Sean Kelly has now hit the front. It's anybody's race. And who's the number 24? Jim Ulrich, the Dutchman. First time we've seen him this race.
Yeah. And Keys, I mean, he led coming on to the hanger straight there, but look at him, he's back in 5th or 6th. For a big old dude, he's just pushing too much air.
24 then, Jim Ulrich. Second place in the Dutch KTM Cup. Well, he's doing a good job here.
Come on, guys. Stay with it.
Well, they go, halfway round then onto the international straight. And ahead of them will be the right-hander of Abbey. They're at it now. Look at Sean Kelly on the inside. He's on the right line for this, but sweeping around the outside of him. And number 24,
Schultz going around both of them.
Colin Edwards is out of his seat here. It's fantastic stuff. Braden Hort too. Look at that.
All right. This is going to be tough. See if Braden can get
this is this on aggregate then will give us the KTM World Cup final champion, and it's going to be very, very interesting. What Kelly would love to do is put it out of sight and come through. But he's down in 5th place.
They're eating him up. You got Braden Hort, Schultz. Oh,
look at the little fellow in the middle. Sean Kelly is in 4th place of the row, way around the outside. That's Schultz.
Schultz around the outside. Is he gonna? Oh,
underneath he tucks. Underneath Braden Hort. There's the Dutchman, number 24, Tim Ulrich. Wow, how close do you want it? Here they come. Ulrich, 24. Oh, they're touching. That will have cost him dearly as they come into the final out of Woodcote towards the checkers flag. How close do you want it? Ulrich got it from Hort. Schultz. Brilliant, brilliant result here. The Dutchman from USA, Hayden Schultz in 3rd. Young Kelly in 4th place. He got well and truly duffed up. Colin, that was good stuff.
I need a beer, man. That was that was some serious. You know, it's always the last lap, last few corners, never disappoint.
Well, it's beer o'clock time in the USA, but it's not here. It's only 5 to 12.
Awesome, great race. I'm gonna get down there at the podium.
Thanks to Colin Edwards. Hope you enjoyed that in the USA. Listening to your own Colin Edwards here, and what a fantastic grandstand finish that was. Running 8/1000ths of a second. Yeah, you can't even call it, can you? You cannot even call it. But the Dutchman Ulrich brought it home by the width of the tread of the tyre. That's all it takes. Cameron Fraser there, newly crowned champion, number 66. There, Ulrich, the weight race winner. It's going to be fascinating to see what the aggregate points is as to how the world final stacks up. Big thank you to Colin.
Wacht dan maar, Annelies. Zij doet het in de laatste ronde. Oh, top.
What a fantastic race that was. Typical of what we've seen, but you know, you bring in a sprinkling of overseas and world-class talented riders such as we've seen here today, and that is the quality of racing you get. Would that we had 30 on the grid at every one of our home KTMs, KTM Cup races. Cameron Fraser, number 66, newly crowned British champion for the Santander Consumer Finance Junior Cup. And will he go on for Red Bull Rookie Selection? I'm sure that's a name you will get to know over the years, months and weeks ahead. That victory for Jim Ulrich, the Dutchman, has confirmed him as the world champion. So number 24, Ulrich, is the newly crowned world champion for KTM Junior Cup. Brilliant, brilliant. Clenching his fist, he knows how important that result was for him. Runner-up yesterday, and the victory today gives him overall victory, and he is the new world champion.
Cam. Go on, man. Jimmy, hey! Sterk, man! Sterk gereden! Hey, moet je kijken! Maar dan mee.
Goed gedaan, Jim.
Jim, jongen.
Tell us about it from your point of view, and especially that last corner.
Yeah, I had a start position of 15th, and I must ride to hold to the front. It took me about 6 laps to get to the front, and again I saw the lap time, the laps 2 on the pit board on someone, and I thought I must push to the front because I want to win this WK-wedstrijd. And then I took Kelly and another one took I on the straight. And I must ride, how do you say that? I must defend my position and some sling ring on the straight so get not to front me. And in the last corner I must put for the American one, and I won the race now. I should be happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good man. Well done. And the winner of the British race here in the KTM World Finals at Silverstone was Ireland's Kevin Keyes. Kevin, congratulations, back on top.
Oh yeah, thanks very much. It was a real hard race, like, and I knew yesterday after getting bumped into turn 1 there and coming off, I had to pace through the front of the World Finals, so I gave it my all today, and that's all I can do. So I'm just really happy with the way the race went, and battling for the front of the World Final was a mega, and then winning the British race was mega too. So I just like to say a big thanks to everyone involved in VSB, KTM, Santander, all the KTM boys, WP Power Suspension, and all my personal sponsors, Team on the Line there, Cars Motorcycles, Shark, AMK, Kieran Ryan, my mum and dad, Anne and Ron Keys, Paul Tobin, Paul Hurley, or Dave Hurley, Mairead Hurley, all Hurleys, and just like to mention to Anthony Marr, his father, who had a bit of a mishap in hospital with a stroke. He's just wishing him to get well soon, and I'd like to dedicate this win to a good friend of mine who passed short there with Kenny. I had his name on the front of the helmet, but yesterday the helmet got a bit wrecked, so but it's for Kenny anyway. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, Kevin. Well done. A crazy race here in the World Finals at Silverstone, but the new British KTM Junior Cup champion is Cameron Fraser. Congratulations, mate. What a race, and you wrapped up the title.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great season. I've been consistent. I've also had a few victories. I mean, what a race here. I mean, there's so many riders all battling for the win. It's mad. And I'd just like to say a massive thanks to my mum and dad, my sister, James Bellamy, my #1 fan, Dom, who came down to support Thruxton as well, legend, Dan Eggety for all of his advice, legend, RTL Motorcycles, VSIP, PSP, Nick, Cam, James, Joe, Alex, Merle. Go get in Tiger in the championship.
Cheers, well done.
There you are, fantastic race. If you were on the edge of your seat like I was, you would have missed a second of it. Ulrich then, the champion, he took the victory from Braden Orr. Hayden Schultz, the American, chased him all the way. Young Sean Kelly, yesterday's race winner, led for a spell but settled for fourth. Kevin Keyes, there you can see the top Brit. Cameron Fraser, newly crowned champion. Hindle, Nagy. The Finn Polkinen faded, obviously had a problem. Jut Overbeek, the other Dutchman there, in 10th place. Dennis Stelzer, I'd expected to see him riding more strongly, but he'll be back. That German, Tony Earhart. Gage McAllister didn't do so well today, but was flying yesterday without a clutch. Willy Vertinen, Vinderoon, Sonius, Fetz, Tom Airy, Rhys Guyett, and the youngster, Adam Phipps from Briley Hill. Champion Cameron Fraser there, 51 points clear of Kevin Keyes, who leapfrogged Chris Taylor, who watched it from pit lane. Tom Strudwick, despite missing half the races, that lad is a name for the future. Nagy, what a race he had. Hindle, Guyett, Aaron Wright, Daniel Drayton, Oliver O'Flaherty. That's your top 10 in the British Championship at the conclusion of the season. Sam Lyon, Thomas Airy, Ewan Potter, all those other names there. They've given us a lot of entertainment over the season. I'm looking forward already to 2016.
We've got Paul Silverstone going to collect the team award on behalf of the winning team. And we're going to ask Kevin Brockback, the Strategic Director of Santander, to make the presentation. To the third place rider at the far end there, that is Lee Hindle. We had a chat to him on the grid. He said, just going to get away with him as best we can. What a scrum down. Told you folks that weren't there, Richard Free, that one. Cameron Fraser had to settle for second on this occasion, but he is the champion.
Race podium then, there you have it, on top, the Dutchman, what victory, and it was 8 1,000ths of a second. No wonder he looks so excited.
Of the Team 109 squad. Boys, a quick photograph, a quick, hang on a second, the water's kicked off already, just as well as water, but, cheers Keezy, thanks for that one. Well, if you can just move to the front of the podium quickly, boys, just for a quick podium, because we're going to get two of you guys back out here onto the podium for the championship. And apologies if this does encroach onto the Ducati race, ladies and gentlemen. It was always going to be a little bit tight doing the number of presentations that we've got to do here. That's it, boys. Come on up on the podium if you can. Cameron and Kevin, we're getting you back out here in a minute, so don't dash off. Because we have got the championship presentations for the Santander Consumer Finance KTM British Junior Cup. And what a season it's been. Third position. Overall then, it's not been his weekend, but he is third in the championship. Chris Taylor. Second position with that superb victory. He's managed to still runner up in the championship for Kevin Keyes. And the inaugural KTM Santander Finals.
Well, as the guys come out for the British Championship podium, it's a dejected Chris Taylor there, having to settle for third because he watched it all go on. Kevin Keyes, runner-up, but the newly crowned champion, there he is. Diminutive he might be, but ride he certainly can. Cameron Fraser, you watched him season long, he lifted the top spot in the championship.
A disappointed Chris Taylor, but he lives to fight another day. It wasn't his weekend, it hasn't been his second part of the season, to be honest. Yeah, he's got a smile on his face, that's good to see. Kevin Keyes just managed to wrest that runner-up spot from him with that superb victory in the final race. Well done to Kevin. But what a champion he's been, ladies and gents. The champion of the Santander Consumer Finance KTM British Cup, Cameron Fraser. Ian Fraser collects the team award on behalf of the Cameron Fraser squad. And thanks to Vic Hill and thanks to Santander for their support. There we go again. I'm not too sure. I think we should give all the riders water rather than champagne. Well, boys, just at the front of the podium then, if we can do that just quickly, then we can get the world final riders out here just to the front of the podium. That's the top three in the championship. What an inaugural first year it's been. You've seen some cracking racing, ladies and gents, so what's more, we will be having a lot more of that when the series continues into 2016. Well done, Chris. Well done to Kevin. And a specific well done to the champion, Cameron Fraser. So then, on to the world final for the KTM RC Cup. And I think we all agree it's been an inspired final. Indeed, representing the United States of America, third position then, Ian Schultz. Second position, the Canadian, also representing the American Series, Brandon Orts. But adding to the podium yesterday, the race winner for the Netherlands, Shigorovich.
Well, you saw the world final here at Silverstone, the world final podium, absolutely brilliant. And the champion wearing proudly the Dutch flag. There he is, Gert Ulrich, sitting up there on the top of the pile, chased all the way by those two young Americans. These guys are names for the future.
Driver of yesterday, we saw him start from pit lane. Aidan Schultz is on the podium. Brandon Orts, he was on the podium yesterday as well. It was third position yesterday, second position here today for the Canadian rider representing the United States Series. Well done to Brayden. But what a ride for the Dutch rider.